Thelma, I told you eat your dinner. I guess you don't like eating in front of people. That's what it is, baby girl. It's all good. We ain't gonna be long. All right. Perfect. All right. Gonna get right into it with this good old comedy conversation. Got my comedy partner Wonn,
How you
repping St.
doing?
Louis.
I just wanna. This is for Forrest shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's the brothers need therapy because you niggas know you need therapy.
Appreciate you, my
Just
brother.
Go ahead.
Appreciate you.
He will be selling these shirts that's coming out. I gotta put on for my people. That's what I do.
Good deal, good deal. So let's go ahead and get this started. And what's your name? Where you from, bro?
My name Wonn. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Good deal. 314. What part of St. Louis?
North side.
North side. Okay. We gotta ask the classic St. Louis question. Which high school?
High school. I went to Hazelwood West High School.
Okay. All right. Bam. They bust you out there?
Yeah.
Okay. that is some classic St. Louis fucking school DSEG stuff right there. Cause back when I was in school way many moons ago, it was Hazelwood East was the blacks. Cause Hazelwood school district is broken up like 3 high schools, I think still. But it was like East was the black school, Central, the one I went to was like the integrated school, and then West was pretty much the white school.
So West is all white.
It was white, bro.
Shit, when I went there, it was nothing but niggas. There was so many niggas in there. There's enough niggas to make a Roots movie.
Yeah, that's ain't changed. Even when I went to Central State game in 2011, and they only had like 2 white boys on the team. Yeah, it was crazy because
it was like a culture shock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely. But I mean, I saw it coming because I was part of the a little St. Louis history lesson right here. I ended up moving back. I was born there, but then my dad was in the Army, and so we moved around and we moved back during the flood of '93. But we moved out to North County, and that's when there was like a big black migration going on because we stayed up in Spanish Lake, and then it was cool until like they started taking more Section 8. And my mom was all like, "Right, get the fuck up out of here." So we ended up getting a house over at Blackjack right over there on Parker Road. And so I ended up going to Central. But like I said, it was real integrated. You know, you had your whites, your blacks, you know, your Asians. You know, you had a good mixture of folks. But yeah, over time, because even my neighborhood, it was very diverse over there. And then, like,
where'd you stay at?
I stayed right off of Parker Road, right over where Delmar Gardens.
I know you're talking about.
Delmar Gardens, and where used to be a Iggy's, right there on that corner, right on between all the new halls. Only the St. Louis people won't get this one.
But
over there
from St. Louis, you ain't gonna know.
Yeah, but right over there. But it was cool, man. So yeah.
It was definitely.
Yeah.
I miss my city, but sometimes you gotta move abroad, brother.
Yeah. When you move down to Atlanta?
Well, I said Atlanta. I said about 3-4 months ago.
Okay, cool. How you like? You man. You new.
I'm new.
Yeah. How you like it so far?
I mean, Atlanta, it's okay. Okay. This ain't somewhere I want to live forever, but it's okay. I do love the Southern hospitality.
Okay. Cool.
They don't got that in St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look at somebody the wrong way.
Yeah. Don't look at somebody the wrong way. Don't ask. You ask somebody for help. 9 times out of 10, they gonna tell you, get the fuck on.
Yeah.
I got my own kids' own problems to deal with.
Right.
Which I understand, but you know what I'm saying? More people in the South, I understand, like, they're more generous. They're more willing to help you.
Yeah.
When I first got here, I got on the bus. I was on the bus and stuff, right?
Okay.
And I remember I needed to go to a stop or something. And the bus driver literally got off the bus and showed me which train to get on.
Okay. Yeah.
They ain't doing that shit in St. Louis.
Nah, they were like, you know how to figure this thing out.
You on your own, brother.
Yeah, I remember them good old days. I had to take the Metro Link, Bi-State, and just like figure it out. So that's what's up. What brought you to Atlanta?
At the time, I was going through some stuff, and it was like, at the time, I really had no choice. It's like, at the time, everything's going down. It's either I move back to St. Louis and start over, or I go to a different city and start over. Okay. And I went to a different city and start over. And I feel like that helped me better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Compared to me going somewhere else. Okay.
That's what's up. So bam. So you've been doing comedy. How long you been doing comedy?
since May or June.
Major. Okay, so pretty much when you moved out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I started my comedy when I was in Detroit.
Okay.
Because when I got out the military, I went to Detroit and stayed with my cousin for about 6 few months or whatever.
Okay.
That's when I started. I felt like it was God's calling, you know.
Okay. Cool.
Praise be to Allah.
Good deal. You make mention of the military. Which branch were you in?
I was in the Navy.
Okay. Cool. You did. How long did you do?
I did about 2 to 3 years.
2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up? What made you go into the Navy?
Because I wanted to travel a lot, and I heard Navy is very diverse.
Okay.
But if I had a chance to go back, I would have probably picked the Army.
Okay.
I would have picked the Army. Me personally.
Yeah. This is so.
The Army got a good, especially nowadays. Okay. Yeah. Or the Air Force.
So you didn't talk to. You just went straight to the Navy. You ain't talked to like the other branches or nothing like that.
No, I went straight to the Navy.
Okay. All right.
I wish I would have, you know what I'm saying, would have got the best of both worlds. Yeah. But you know, I just went straight in.
Yeah, the Army was all out. My dad was in the Army. My grandpa was in the Army. Had a bunch of Army folks as well.
So it was hereditary.
Yeah,
it was only right.
Like and then they was shipping off quick because I was like, I need to get up out of here. I was poor. I had a wife. I had 2 kids. And then, of course, with the Navy, I wasn't trying to do no swimming. Like I know just enough not know how to keep myself from dying. But I was cool on that whole like.
Let me tell you something. I went into the Navy. Let me tell you, when they say a lot of niggas can't swim, a lot of niggas can't swim. I remember when I went in. So it's a big ass pool with the Navy SEALs, and it's a small ass pool, and like a shallower pool. In the big pool, that's where everybody go. They like know how to swim and stuff like that. Okay. So I couldn't swim. When I went to the recruiter's office, she was telling me, "Oh, you'll love it. You had a time of your life. Oh, you'll learn to swim real fast." Nigga, I done drowned 13 motherfucking times.
Fuck it. Yeah, the recruiters, they don't lie to you.
Yeah, lie to you. They paid a lot. So I passed it. I eventually passed, but in that small pool, boy, there was enough niggas in there. It was crazy. Yeah. Like it was a Swanza party or some shit.
That's what's up. So what was your job in the Navy?
My job, I was a CS, a chef.
Okay, chef. Okay, cook. Yeah, okay. I was cook on the Army side, but yeah, dope, man.
I used to hate being a chef. Because I never cooked before a day in my life. Okay. I ain't learned how to cook till I got into the Navy. Okay. I used to think I used to hate it and dread it. Okay. But it's not true. When I'm by myself or it's a select few people, you got your music on, you grooving, you moving. I like it. Okay. When you got to cook for 500, 600, 800 people, of course you're going to hate it.
Now, was you out of Norfolk or were you out of San Diego?
Norfolk. I wish I was out of San Diego. Those San Diego sellers got a good boy. Okay, yeah. Y'all know it too.
Good old Norfolk, man. That's where my dad's people from. So I'll be up there on the regular, man. So yeah, my grandpa and my uncle actually they worked on the shipyard over there. So
really,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So shipyards are big over there. You make big money making on the shipyard.
Yeah. It's pretty much what a lot of only real opportunities you got up there. It's like military related. So
really, yeah.
Yeah. Well, say before we transition over to comments, so what's like the wildest thing that you saw in the Navy? Like, what was like one of the wildest things you saw? Now, my bad. Was you on the boat or did you have shore duty?
I was on the boat.
On the boat, okay.
The wildest thing, I saw a lot of wild things, but the wildest thing is when I was on there, they used to do overboard drills. Okay. Overboard drills and stuff. And that's when, like, if somebody drowned or somebody out in the ocean, it could be nighttime. Okay. You gotta find them and stuff like that. Alright. It was helicopters looking for somebody through nighttime with the lights on. You know, camera got the flashlights looking at finding people and stuff like that. Okay. The Navy was I wouldn't say it was a bad experience. It's definitely not for everybody. Okay, yeah. Military in general, but I will say this, compared to all the branches, my least favorite I recommend for anybody. I'm just saying that what you want to do is what you want to do. But the Marines and the motherfucking Navy, your best bet is go to the Army and the Air Force. You know I ain't lying.
Yeah, because even the Army was cool. It was a dope experience.
What's the most craziest thing you saw in the Army?
Damn. So shit, man. I think the one, and I didn't see it per se, but like the wildest thing would have been, it was during my second trip to Iraq, and which is crazy because my first trip was the wild one. Like it's war, but it's everything you pretty much supposed to see. So it's all like, all right, this is either common. But my second one was real easy. But we was 3 weeks in, and then we got the call that like one of the soldiers from our infantry battalion went missing, and so we thinking like the Iraqis had snapped because we was right on right next to an Iraqi police station. They were like, no, we ain't got that motherfucker, and then so we ended up getting the all clear, and it was like we found out that the dude he ended up shooting himself in the porta john. And I was like, damn, I'm glad I didn't find that motherfucker. Because we was only, I mean, it was like, it was 3 weeks in, but that was his first, come to here. That was his first tour. His unit really wasn't accepting of him. And then, like I tell anybody, you go on a deployment, like you just got, the first 90 days is the hardest. Because once again, you got to get it in your mind that you stuck there. It's like doing a prison bid. And you got to watch everybody else, your unit that you relieve, you got to watch them leave. And so then this just takes you to, and then too, like I was fortunate, especially my first tour, I was with them guys for like a year and a half. And so we had a close bond. So yeah.
I know y'all developed a lot of bonds. Them like them your brothers.
Yeah, the brother, yeah. It's
a brotherhood.
Yes, it's definitely it's a brotherhood. So like when I got out, it was all like everybody for themselves. So it was all even it's hard for me even dealing with like the comedy gang because it's very. It's a sport. It's a gladiator sport, but there's not a lot of like. I mean, you have your little cliques and stuff like that, but like that, we gonna work together to help each other get to a next level. Is like it's definitely not there. So with that,
I don't know what it is. What's up with y'all comedians hating on other comedians? What's up with that? Man? I know y'all saw the Cat Williams interview. He's talking real stuff on that.
It's ego. But what got you into comedy, man?
Growing up, I always was told like you a funny guy. You know, you a funny guy. You should, and then I was in the Navy when I was just finna get out. My partner Gomez, shout out Gomez, you're a real one. Gomez, he told me like, you should get in the Navy. I mean, not Navy, what the hell? You should join, you should be a comedian, you could try it. So one day I was in Detroit, Michigan, and I went to open mic and I tried it.
Okay, was you on east side or west side of Detroit?
East side. I think it was east.
The only reason why I know is because I used to fuck with this chick from Detroit, so she broke down like the difference between the east and west side. Yeah,
what she said difference was?
It's just east side is the wild side. That's like that's the nigga side. Like west side is more the affluent side. But yeah, she was from east 7 Mile east side. Yeah, so. And
my first place I ever did comedy at was a white bar. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you remember the name of it?
It was Fuck, I don't remember. But it was a little bit outside of Detroit. But it was a white bar. Then I went to this black bar in Detroit, Tony Roney. I don't know if you ever heard of Tony Roney's comedy bar. First time I ever went. And the first time I got on stage, it was terrible, man. I was reading jokes off my Apple Watches.
It happens, man.
I was thinking, I was stuttering. I was heat. And I was sweating down my face from man, it was intense, man.
But that's what's up. You did it, though, because, like, you would... I guess maybe the going up on stage really isn't scary for me per se, just because of my background.
Right, you didn't win a war. You can't tell.
Not even that. It's just the fact, like, not even the war stuff. It was in the Army. You got promotion boards. Okay. So when you're going before a promotion board, you standing before like 4 or 5 first sergeants, like E7s for the rank, and they grilling you on all this information. And so it's like that's a more stressful situation. And just trying to get that. So I've always done things to prepare me to be in front of people. So that doesn't necessarily make me afraid. I think for me, it was always, how can I take my style and make it work in these crowds? Because, we'll get more into that later. Yeah, but I'll keep asking you questions. But I'm proud of you, bro. Even after I was like, how'd you feel after you got off that stage?
Man, I felt like, what the fuck? I actually did it.
Okay.
Then at the same time, I'm like, man, I gotta do
that. That's definitely you good.
That's how I felt.
Sure the green light's still on.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah, my first time was in Houston. Yeah, because I was living in Houston at the time.
How was your first time?
It was dope because it was this place that's called the Secret Room, down there. It's right around the corner for the Houston folks that know. It's like not far from the Warehouse, which is the Warehouse is where Drake had his first show in Houston. But yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little spot. Chick I was fucking with, she pulled up on me. Like she was like, she was like, oh man. I was like, so she actually recorded my first
you still got your first video?
Yeah, I still got my first video.
I got mine too.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I was Well, the material was good, but like if I go back, I could see, where I am now and where I was then is just like night and day. Like
Most definitely.
I was going way too fast. It's like I didn't know the timing. I was once again getting shit out. But for my first time, I was like, all right, I'm good. And then what I loved about that room was because I got to see people do some like just all kinds of different shit, like all kinds of different comedy. It wasn't that whole like set up punch. It was people literally like up there. They were bombing, but they were embracing the bomb. They were making it.
I think that's how you first start getting better. You gotta embrace it. Like you cannot give a fuck when
Yeah.
you first starting. You can't give a fuck because you just starting.
Yeah. So what do you remember what you was talking about that first time?
I was talking about some crazy off the wall shit, man. I thought it was gonna work, but I think the audience, because remember I first did my bar at a white crowd.
Okay, yeah.
I mastered crazy story. I mastered a white crowd before I mastered a black crowd. People call me crazy, but if you real stand-up comedian, you'll understand. The niggas is the hard. Yeah. You got the niggas, then you got the niggas.
The niggas is gonna make you work.
The
niggas, that I remember. Shout out to thank you, Chris. He used to
thank you, Chris.
Yeah, he used to have a spot over. I forgot the name of that bar. It was down in Camp Creek. But yeah, there was a niggas, man. And I'm just coming because I never grew. That's the thing too. I think people don't think about like how your upbringing. Because I grew up in the suburbs. Like I didn't start being around niggas for real until I like fucked up my life and had to move to the north side of St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And then fortunately enough, like my baby mama, she from the north side. So that's when I didn't start really bringing around the niggas. That's how. But even then, I know how to like.
Oh, that's when you start like the ratchet ones and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I love a ratchet bitch from time to time.
Yeah, they stressful though. But
yeah, they is stressful.
But they gonna hold you down.
Yeah,
so yeah, there's.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So let me see. So then you go from Detroit. And then what did you end up going back to St. Louis, or did you go from Detroit to Atlanta?
No, I went to Detroit to Virginia.
Okay.
I went back to Norfolk.
Okay.
Then I was in Norfolk from April, from 4 months.
Okay.
That's when I got on my feet, got myself together. I had a little bit more money in my pockets. Then I caught the plane ticket to Atlanta.
Okay. And ain't looked back since.
Ain't looked back since. But Detroit, I went in the middle of the winter. Oh my God. Yeah. That's the worst winter I ever experienced in my life.
I can believe it.
And Detroit is different from Atlanta. It's like a grit and grind, roughness.
Yeah.
Atlanta's more like a finesse to it.
Yeah.
It's about what you know and what you in like politics and like what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you go to like Detroit and St. Louis, you got to grit and grind.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna give you shit.
Yeah, no, you definitely gotta work, man. Hey, that's what's up though. So what do you love about comedy?
I love how I can just get up there and say what the fuck I want. It's like comedic is not just I love it. It's not just I can express myself.
Okay.
It's like comedy is my therapy.
Uh-huh.
It's a passion. Yeah, I want to do it eventually, get money and shit like that and shit. Hoes can start getting money and shit, but it's more than that. It's more like a passion, like a love. It's like my therapy. I could go up there and vent. Fuck a therapist. Pussy and drugs, all the therapy I need. In comedy.
Yeah, good deal. That's what's up. So what's kind of the material you like to talk about?
I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a sex addict.
Okay.
So I be saying some freaky shit.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I say good stuff about women, you know. I talk about my real life. Talk about the struggle and stuff like that, you know. What is the main stuff you like to talk about?
Man, life, man. I talk about it all. Like I just try to talk because I mean I've lived so many different lives, so I kind of pull from each one, and then just whatever comes to mind. Because as I said, but I was telling you before, I don't sit down and write. Like I just don't. Like I tried. There was one time one of my partners, the homie Earth, he was like, "Man, you need to write, man. You need to write." And like I literally Googled how to write a joke, and then I tried to, and then I just was like, all right, I tried to write it, and then I took it to the stage, and it was too much. It was just too much to try to remember, and I was like, all right, fuck it, that's not for me. But at least I tried it. But
that's good. You found your own formula.
Yeah. So my process is I'm like when I'm in the car throughout the day, I'll have an idea, and then it's kind of whatever, and I'll just play with it in my head. Like I'll take a situation, Just even the Cub Scout joke. How I talk about I talk about and that didn't even come from. It ended up being a molestation joke, but it didn't come from that. I was gonna go for the premise of how I'm black, but I didn't grow up around black people. I didn't grow up around niggas until like 6th grade. And so I was gonna talk about before then, like the white shit that I, was involved in. And one of them was be a Cub Scout, and then that led to, oh snap, motherfuckers be getting molested, like Cub Scout, Boy Scout, the Catholic boys, stuff like that. And then I was like, all right, see how can I, get the crowd work and just talk about, hey, anybody in here being molested, and I kind of go into, I never got the opportunity because my Cub Scout leader died. So that kind of still keeps the dark element, but kind of still keeps that kind of light color. But yeah, it's just literally playing around with ideas in my head. I got a mic, so I'll mess around and I'll just go through material. I'll yell out to the Google, I'll tell it to set a timer for me, and then like 5-7 minutes, and I'll just go. All right, first 5-7 minutes up. All right, bam, let's do it again. And yeah, that's my process. What's your process?
My process, I try to write and stuff like that, but it don't really work for me because if I write too much, I'm not gonna remember when I get on stage. Yeah. I mean, I might write, but like what I do is I got my iPhone. My iPhone always with me. I go to my notes app and say something happened. I just jot the subject matter down. And if I can't figure out the joke or punchline, I just know it's always there. So if I come to my head, it works. Another thing, personal interactions with people. A lot of my jokes, and I ain't saying they came from people, but me and somebody conversating, I might say something, the person might say something, I can use that in one of my jokes.
Gotcha.
I noticed that the more I interact with people, it's more easier for me to write and use my jokes and stuff.
Good deal.
That helps too.
What's a joke that's been hit? Like, what's your favorite joke to tell?
Let's see. My favorite joke to tell. One of my favorites, well, dark comedy wise, is my Ted Bundy joke.
Okay.
I say some stuff like, I don't know about y'all, but I love women. Something like that. Then I say, I'm a mass murderer. I do my time. I did knock my horse off from Ted Bundy. Something like this.
Okay.
It's not literally, but figuratively. And then another joke I like. My sister like girls now, and I told her I don't blame her. I love coochie too.
Okay, good deal. That's what's up, man. Good deal. Now, where? Let me see. Where is your favorite spot to do comedy in the city?
So far in the city of Atlanta. So far, I ain't gonna lie. I like Comedy Hype.
Okay. And what do you like about Comedy Hype?
The vibe in there. It's nice. It's neat in there. The vibe.
Yeah.
It be some baddies coming in there. You can't lie. It be some bad women. It be some good looking woman coming in there.
Yeah, because if you don't know, like this comedy game, you're gonna do a lot of comedy in bars, and just places that aren't conducive for comedy.
Yeah, it be the least unexpected.
Yeah, it just happens to be comedy going on there. Whereas there's a big difference between doing a comedy at a comedy spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not. And I was talking about earlier. It's not too many. Unfortunately, it's not for really black spots. It's actually comedy spots in there. Have you done what other places have you gone in Atlanta?
I went to I did Comedy Hype. I went to Uptown Comedy Corner.
Okay.
Went there a few times. Did great there. What's another place? Some bars and stuff.
What's the place you talking about with T.I.?
Oh, Trap City Cafe. Okay. I went there and did comedy, man. I met T.I. and DC on Fly.
Oh man,
T.I. cool, man. Let me tell you, the same way T.I. act in movies and film, same way he act a real person. I respect it.
Yeah, I can't wait to run into T.I. and I can't wait to go at him in comedy, man. It's just like I said, this is the thing people on. The reason why I love comedy is because it reminds me of being in artillery. Because shooting artillery is a very competitive. It's like.
Let me ask you, why is it so competitive?
Cause all right, so artillery, you're shooting cannons. And what we do is so when the infantry they get into some shit, like they calling us for help. So that's your brother downrange,
right?
And so you want to get that round out fast and accurate, fast and safe. And so it's literally all right, it's a race. It's it's my crew versus your crew, and we all working together to get that round out. Whoever get their 4 rounds out there the fastest, we gonna talk shit over that fucking net. So it's all. That's why. So it's like so. All right. So you get the comedy. It's a very once again a competitive sport. That's why I love man when when Cat Williams when he was up there talking shit. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been waiting for because like the comedy game here.
Needs that.
The game needs. We need the battle rap element of it, and like the game, it's all like it's a lot of fakeness. It's like you'll see people kind of act differently around you. It's like I know there's a lot of back conversations about motherfuckers, but nobody will talk shit
in front of your face.
And I'm like probably
eye to eye, man ain't gonna say
like,
shit.
Yeah, it's one of the very few like one of like fucking old bitch ass Greg, white dude.
Greg, you a bitch.
yeah, he's a bitch, and the reason why I had to call him a bitch because he contributed to getting me blackballed from his places in.
Where you get your blackballed
from? 529.
Fuck
yeah, that was 529, and then Joe's was the original.
529 too.
Yeah, it was the original. Like, was the blackballing was at 529.
And Joe's East Atlanta coffee shop.
Yeah. So and then because I just told all I did was I told a trans joke. I just told a trans joke. It wasn't even no fuck trans people. Never because my roommate from Iraq, she's trans now. It's all like you learn being in the army. You accepting of everybody because we all come together for a common mission. But we still gonna talk shit. And so they try to be on the whole, you can't say this, you can't say that. And I'm all like, well, one, I fought for this country.
Right.
And I'm a
veteran.
I'm a firm believer in free speech. And I was fighting for the free speech of all comedians. I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, I don't care if you're a white dude and you go up there and say nigger. Now you better make the nigger funny. If you're gonna say the shit, just make it funny because they're gonna beat your ass. Yeah, but then at the same time, let the crowd decide. Don't let the whole, or if anything, which I know they can't do, is have some rules. Say, hey, don't. I know they can't say it, but there's a way you can kind of come in and let comedians know in front. Hey, I know you wanna say whatever you want, but this is probably not the place for. We got these.
Yeah.
We wanna we're trying to still have these people come and support, like it's all money behind it. So say that shit, but don't, the way they did it was on some fuck shit, and I called them out about it, and
now it's a problem and shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep my foot on their necks until they had to see me again, and we sit down and have a conversation, because that's all it was sit down and have a conversation.
I feel like comedy should be a freedom of speech, man. Like, I understand like people have feelings and stuff like that, but like them bars and stuff, that's your come up. When you were first starting out with stand up, you get better, and you go through the grind by going to the bars and stuff, the places where it's not comedy. Whereas compared if you went to a comedy club or something like that, the crowd is gonna be way more easier and tend to listen to you more.
So where would you say is where's your easier place to do comedy, and then where we feel like it's harder for you to do comedy?
Comedy Hype, I feel like I got them now.
Okay.
When I first didn't know, Comedy Hype, Comedy Hype, I don't know what it is, just easier with me. It could be the fact too they see me every goddamn week.
Yeah.
They know who the fuck I am. The harder place, I say Laughing Library and Trap City Cafe.
Okay.
Trap City Cafe is like walking in the lines then.
I need to. What night is that? What night is Trap City Cafe?
On Wednesday.
What time?
Wednesday's at 10 o'clock.
Damn, 10 o'clock. What time the list drop?
The list? It's not really a list. You gotta talk to a host called K-Dub.
Oh, damn. That's the little fucking shit I can't. Yeah, I
can't stand that either.
Yeah, I guess when I get back, like I'm kind of chilling right now because of stuff I got going on. But when I get back on the full grind, I'm definitely gonna hit that Trap City Cafe up.
Most definitely.
Have you done Laughing Skull yet?
No, I gotta do that.
So sign up for Laughing Skull. It'll take about 2 weeks for them to respond to you. At the latest, it'll be a good. Laughing Skull is like it's the place that you get your balls tickled after you done got your back kicked in doing comedy for a few weeks, because So
Laughing Skull is an easier crowd.
It's a more conducive for comedy, and then also it's easier.
They're more lenient.
Yeah, it's easier. But if you fuck up at Laughing Skull, you might want to reconsider what you're doing, because you might want to go in you might want to go lock yourself in a place and go watch comedy video for a while.
Revisit.
Yeah, revisit. Hit up Alley Stage is another good one. It's out there in Marietta, but it's a dope set spot.
I want to go to Alley Stage.
Yeah, Alley Stage is cool.
I want to do underground too.
Yeah, I'll shoot you the email for that one. Underground is cool. I think the ones that like kicked my ass were let me see, Monticello.
Monticello. That's the hardest one you ever did.
It was my style. I was still, like I said, I'm still figuring.
Yeah, out your style.
Yeah. I mean, I know where it is. It's like, how can I'm trying to, once again, it's getting.
You trying to figure out how to deliver it. To the crowd.
Deliver it. I'm right there. But like Monticello was like doing dark shit with bougie black people, and like that's just that. Once again, I was like punching them in the jaw versus kind of lubricating the pussy before I fucking stuck it in. That's pretty much all. Like when it comes to dark comedy, you gotta lube it up, and then once you get up in the pussy, then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You know what I'm saying?
You can do whatever you want.
Feet first, then your feet in the mattress.
Yeah. That's
funky style.
Yeah.
Spitting that pussy, go right back in.
Wow. So was you doing some wild? Were you fucking them hoes in the Navy?
I ain't really fuck a lot of Navy bitches for real. But I was in Virginia. I had this one little bitch. I was slutting her out like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah. And what countries did you go to while you was on the boat?
I went to Martinique. That's the only time I got a good chance to go to one. But I went to Martinique.
Where's that at?
It's a Caribbean, French Caribbean island.
That's one of the
but I got in trouble. I got in trouble with my sins. I'm gonna tell you right now what I told my sins. So I had my chain of command was shitty. The leadership was terrible. They were fucking narcissists. They were fucking hypocrites. The thing with me is though, I can see if you was a hypocrite. And like regular person, I'm not condoning it. I don't condone hypocriticism. However the fuck you said at any point in time. But if you're a leader, you're a head of position, you can't. It's only so much things you could be a hypocrite about.
Right.
Moral of the story is, I told my senior chief at E8, the E9. I told them because they told me I had class Charlie Liberty.
Okay.
No class Bravo. That means I gotta be back by 10 o'clock. Everybody else bouncing their ass 2-3 o'clock in the morning or overnight. I told them, you niggas ain't shit but crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
I told that shit. She cussed me out, kicked me out the room, and I was class C. I couldn't go nowhere. Everybody else shaking their ass, talking to the bitches. I'm on the boat.
You had female leadership?
Well, my head, the HNIC, the head nigga in charge was a female.
Oh yeah, I ain't had to.
Damn, must be nice.
Yeah, mine was. I served ancient times where it was all like.
It was
no women. It was no women in combat job. Like the only women we had a couple line medics. I was it. The only pussy I saw was the child ladies, and that was it. It was a sausage party, man.
No offense. I'm not saying women can't lead, but certain jobs. I don't think so because women are more emotional.
Yeah, well, I was not even that. I just say
it's more than two or two. That's one of the things I say.
It's to lead is different. It's different types of leadership, but to get
man kill another man, I don't think a woman should be in charge.
Yeah, for that type of what I was doing, you ain't be able, because it takes a require like I had to get the mind, like that was the wildest shit in Iraq.
Unless you just killing niggas like Tomb Raider, like Lauren.
Yeah, the wildest say I think I said the in Iraq was like I didn't have to give a fuck. They didn't even care if he was 5 or 55. Like they you smoked their ass. But the killers was hilarious is women. They some real killers. Because that's one of my favorite joke is that Lake Lanier joke. Because I be talking about abortion pussy and how I kind of go in like to how, because even when I talk about the women, it's like they don't like their secrets exposed. They don't want us to like expose that shit. So I'm in there and I've had like I just between all the women I done fucked and then just going through social work, you get to see you're privy to like different sides. So then that's how I learned how to bring that out. Is it like, hey, I asked like anybody had abortion? All right, you don't want to talk? Okay, niggas, how many if y'all paid for an abortion? And then once you start, and this is kind of the science I've learned, like the science of dealing with the crowd. Like, okay, the women don't want to talk. All right, I'm gonna erase y'all and then talk to these niggas. And women, they don't like to be left out of shit. So then, all right, you got your niggas, and then you start to get the women to fucking kind of bring them in, because then they'll throw up. Didn't they want to be included? I'm like, oh, you got that. So yeah, man, that's
true. It's a science to this. It's an art to this shit.
That's been the fun. That's been the fun part of comedy. So what would you say what's something that you've learned about yourself during your comedy journey?
One of the things I learned is that when I just be myself and not give a fuck, it works for me.
Gotcha.
Some people have to be clean. They're funnier when they're clean. Some people are funnier when they're dirty. Say what the fuck I want to say. And I ain't gonna say I hate it because it's me.
Okay.
I can't be something I'm not on that stage. That's not because then it's not my best art.
Right,
I'm not being Leonardo. I'm not being Raphael.
Right.
I'm not being Pablo Picasso. So I have to say I say what's on my head and I do what I do. I've always been raw and uncut since I grew up. That's just who I am.
Okay.
I'm not sugarcoating shit. You know, so I tried doing clean. I mean, now don't get me wrong. If a pastor something told me to do for church 1,500, damn right I do clean comedy. I need you to do some clean comedy. I got 1,500 for you. Damn right. You won't hear nothing out of me.
So have you made any money off comedy yet?
I did.
How much?
$50.
$50. Okay, where at?
I know it don't seem much, but I won at a comedy competition when I was in Virginia.
Okay, dope. Yeah, they need to have more of those down here. I got my first.
Have you ever won one before?
No, I never done a comedy. Well, when I was in Louisville, they had like the best. Who had like the most interesting set, and then who had the best set? I had the most interesting. I won a little candle, but I won.
You won some.
Yeah, but my first paid gig was in the Blue Door up there in Gainesville, Georgia. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ryan Skrilla.
How far that's away from me?
I said like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Skrilla. He was the one that put me on.
Shout out Ryan Skrilla.
Yeah, if you wanna, Ryan, he's cool. If you hit up Ship and Anchor, that's where he usually be at. You go out, knock. How that happened was I went up to Ship and Anchor. Earth told me to go up Ship and Anchor, hit that up. I knocked it out the park. And then Ryan pulled me to the side. It was crazy because when he pulled me to the side, I was like, "Oh shit, you finna try to blackball you?" Yeah, nah, but he was like, "Nah, man, put you on, opportunity." So yeah, man, we'll go ahead and ask a few rapid fire questions towards the end. Let me see. What's your goal? What's your comedy goal for the year?
I want to start hosting stuff. It's time to up my game mode. It's time to start getting paid or start hosting shit.
Okay. Who is beside yourself, and don't say me. So, what was one of your favorite comedians, up and coming comedians right now?
In the comedy scene. New ones or like in general?
Just in the comedy scene.
My favorite of all time is Cat Williams, and not because he just dropped that interview. That was a good.
Well, I would say my bad. Who's your favorite up and coming?
Oh, like a new one?
Yeah.
I like 85 South Show. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all boys doing y'all thing or whatever. Yeah. I like them. I like the Reneva comedy guy. I don't know if you heard of him. Nah, he's like Mexican or something. Not that matters, but describe him. He said some funny stuff. But who's your favorite upcoming comedian?
Up and coming. Who's right now is Abdul. He's cool. I'm gonna tell you, I love y'all young boys, man. I want you. Say it right here. I want you. And Abdul, and then who's the other one? Tyler. I need y'all to get together, man.
We funny, huh?
I need y'all to get together, and I need y'all to work together, and then take what y'all got going on, and take it. Cause like I said, what I love about I love the young boy energy. Because once again, it don't feel like life done beat y'all asses down too much.
Yeah.
Because you get up in 40 like niggas like me, like life done kick my ass a lot. But you learn a lot of stuff. But then also it's just having. Y'all got the energy to move together and just have that crew. And I would say,
we call each other.
What's up?
The comedic Muslims.
Yeah. Don't let. And then I will say for y'all, don't let no money get in between y'all. Don't let these hoes get in between y'all. Like just keep
fame,
doing
none of that stuff.
None of it, because that shit right there is kind of hard to find.
I love that, man. That's real, man. Yeah. You're a real black man, brother.
I do what I can. So what would you Now, the reason why I say Abdul just because I love fucking with him about the Muslim shit, because I get to go in and be like, Assalamu alaikum, my brother, because, being Iraq and shit. But y'all is a trio.
Is there a lot of Muslims in Iraq? When you went down there?
That's it. That's Muslim. That's like Arab capital. That's Muslim capital right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you just get
I thought it was just Arab and Saudi Arabia.
That's all. That is the cradle of civilization where we was at. It's like literally, and I got a whole education on like the Sunni versus Shia, where the beef come from, all that stuff like that. You hear the prayer in the morning, the afternoon.
So you used to hear that when you was down there for war?
Right there. Yeah. So like it's a beautiful country, man, and the people are beautiful. They're hospitable. Don't run up on them. They're gonna fuck your ass up. That's why I'm not trying to get too political, but I am rooting for the Arabs in this whole.
The guys, what is it called?
Guys, yeah, because
Palestine.
Yeah, them people, I love them because they willing to die for their cause. They willing to die for that shit. So yeah, but
they're real man and woman. You hear that? They willing to die for this shit.
Yeah, and then so one of the final questions before I think this will be the last one. What's a piece of advice you would tell somebody trying to get into comedy?
Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of haters. I'm gonna look at the camera when I say that. It's gonna be a lot of haters. A lot of people tell you ain't funny. You can't make it. It's hard, man. Man, you only got one life to live. One life to prosper. Go hard and do what the fuck you want to do with your life. A lot of people said when I first started, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna make it. You ain't a great storyteller. But ask Forrest. Forrest, am I funny? Thank you, Forrest. Forrest, you funny as fuck too. I love your dark comedy.
Appreciate it.
Forrest done seen all my shows. He be at Comedy Hype with me every motherfucking Monday.
I think that was that Comedy Pipe the first mic we met each other?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, first mic. Forrest a real movie show. I don't get that to a lot of people because there's a lot of fake ass motherfuckers. Nothing too. That shit Cat Williams said about how people comedians be hating on each other. That shit is real. Or trying to steal your shine. It's gonna be a lot of niggas or whatever that's gonna try to team up and stand against you if you really get better. Whatever you want to do, just keep going. When you start, you just can't give a fuck. Eventually, you gonna find your way, your tune, and what you want to be. Keep going and just pray, manifest, whatever. I don't give a fuck if you pray to Buddha, Allah, Christian, or spirits, whatever. I feel like one thing about a human, you gotta have some type of spiritual awareness, gotcha. Or a part of you is lost. Gotcha. Whether you believe in religion or whatever the hell you believe in. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And man, I think the last one. Oh, there we go. Your worst bomb.
My worst place I ever bombed. I don't think it was in Atlanta. No, Laughing Library. Laughing Library kicked my motherfucking ass.
Was it? Have you ever been booed before?
No, okay. I ain't ever been booed. Have you been booed?
It was real quiet, right?
Yeah, I've been real quiet, but it's like a boo. Yeah, but you know it's like a boo. I think nowadays people don't boo you for real.
Yeah, I think I probably scare people too much for them to boo. But
yeah,
I think
I almost
kind of rather get booed than because that silence is like it's at first.
You know, I feel the same way.
At first the silence is, but then I love what T would say. The silence is loud. So I even took that and I did a little comedy special on YouTube. I was like, call it silence is loud. But it's once you learn to live in the silence, then like you good. Once the silence don't make you uncomfortable no more, then you good to go. So
yeah, another thing too I learned about being a comedian, timing is everything. And it's okay. It's funny being silent and not saying nothing for like 30 seconds, maybe 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Before you say your next thing, that shit is okay.
Who does that well? There's this new dude, I think it's Harold. He's another comedian, young boy. I need to link y'all up together. He does that very well. He'll use silence and it's all like, all right. You know what you're doing, man. So
I learned that at Comedy Hype. T Sanders, shout out to T Sanders. That's one of my mentors. She taught me a lot of stuff and helped me get my game to the next level. T Sanders told me. She told me these two things I was doing before I came to Comedy Hype. That's how I know I got better. Yeah. Slow down.
Yeah.
You know, we from the Midwest. We talk fast and shit.
So the same thing. Slow down.
Slow down. I learned how to slow down, and I learned it's okay to be silent.
Yeah.
It's okay to look around the room. It's okay to make faces.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
And it'll be and the good thing about the comedy guys, they'll give you a gift. If you just slow down, somebody see you might even not even know what you're gonna say. There's gonna be some in the crowd they give to you. So yeah, man, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for having you on. You'd be great. Look forward to seeing you out in these comedy streets.
Most definitely.
Anything before we close out? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Instagram.
My Instagram is Wonn W0NN01. Hold on, let me check my Instagram. That might not be right. Let me look again.
I'll definitely put it in the show.
Okay, say that back. It's WONN01. One, I'm gonna be something the world ain't never seen before. I'm gonna say this right now, so when time come, you remember I said this. I'm gonna be something the world ain't seen before. Praise be to Allah. Thank you for having me, Forrest. No problem, Forrest is a real brother, man.
I do what I can.
He do what he can. Thank you, everybody.
So.